one more video on creating matrices. In this video we are going to see an interesting matrix. How to write the source code, LATEX source code to generate that matrix is the main content of this video. Here you can see in this box a matrix, an m by n matrix, but it's not the entries of the matrix matrices are not specified here. Instead they are given as the general elements. So read the sentence. A general m by n matrix is of the form the matrix a11, a12, etc., a1n, a21, a22, etc., a2n. Here this etc. is written here by using 3 dots. After that a continuous a line full of dots is used, and then the line, the last row, am1, am2, etc., amn. How can we produce this matrix? And we have that source code given below, just below, and but before that you should know some important thing about this matrix. You see the entries in the matrix, the entries in rows and columns in the matrix have subscripts. See, the first entry is a and it has subscript 1 1, and the second entry is again a, and the second entry is a 1 2 and having subscript 1 2. So you should know the matrix. Mainly you should know here how to generate this environment, what kind of environment this is, and that is the answer is very clear. It's a mathematics environment, and this in this mathematics environment we are using a matrix. And in this matrix there are many how many rows and columns are there, and there are m rows and n columns, but you know exactly it is not given there, that m columns and m rows are not exactly shown, they are not appearing there. Instead symbolically it is represented by using dots. So you should know how to generate the dots in this matrix and this type of situation, how to generate dots, and also you should know how to create subscripts. Now we have already learned how to create subscripts and superscripts, so that we will recall that those ideas related to typesetting subscripts. So that's also very important. These are the main points that we need to know about this situation. Okay, now we can start the source code, reading the source code, or we can say that it is analyzing the source code. We are analyzing term by term or word by word the source code. So see, since this is the output, in the output we have a general. So ordinary typing, using keyboard, you can type a general. After that you can see what kind of environment is this. This is a mathematics environment. So in this mathematics environment is a part of that line, so you can use $, to generate this mathematics environment. So that you can see here $, is used, $, to open that mathematics environment. Then you can see m ordinary m is typed there, m. After that, you know, this cross symbol is there. For obtaining that, for generating the cross symbol, you have to type a /times. /times is the command to generate. What's the meaning of this /times, times? /times actually generates this cross symbol. Okay, after that you have n, and ordinary way you can type n using keyboard, and by that you have finished that mathematics environment. So you have to put a $, symbol. Then you come to the matrix, the word matrix that you can type, and then is of the form, all those you can type. After finishing this form, the typing of form, you come to this point, right? You are here, you come to this point, and this is a very big mathematics environment. But this mathematics environment is not a part of the already created line. It is a separate mathematics environment. So clearly you have to use slash begin equation command. So slash begin equation can be used, and since no numbering of the expression is there, so you have to put a star symbol there together with you have to put at the end of the equation, the word equation, you have to put a star, but just before the closing of the curly bracket. Okay, so you can read that command slash begin equation star. Okay, after you should note that this equation star must be in curly brackets. So you have to open a curly bracket, you have to close a curly bracket. But by chance, if you are missing that, if you forget to type that any one of the curly bracket, that will lead to an error. So you are not going to output. So this is the case with the all other all commands. Everything every command is equally important. Each command is equally important while typesetting. So you should be careful about very you should give much utmost care while you type the commands. Now, ordinary matter, that doesn't will not create any problem because no command part is there, no important symbols are there associated with ordinary matter, so that will create some output from that ordinary matter typing. Okay, now you can begin the matrix environment. So that by using which kind of matrix you have to decide. So since the ordinary parenthesis is used there, so you can use the p matrix command. So slash begin, we put slash begin p matrix in bracket, p matrix in bracket, in curly bracket. After that you come to, after this you have opened this bracket by typing this p matrix this command up to this point. When you reach this point, you have created this bracket. After that you are coming to the first row. In the first row of the matrix you are coming to, then you see the first element. The first element is A11, A, and that element A have a subscript. So you have to think about that element and creating the subscript for that element. So it is very clear. You can type the letter A because it is very ordinary thing. So A you can type, but after that you have to type that subscript. How can you create the subscript? Of course you know that you have to put the underscore symbol, okay, to create a subscript. So A, after A you put A, after that you have to put the underscore symbol. So this you can see that underscore. After the underscore you can see that there are two characters or two letters, two numbers are there, two pawns, and that number there you can which is used as the subscript, which contains actually two sections. One the first section is 1, the other section is also 1. So in such cases, if there is only one element as a subscript, you can just put that number and you can go to the next character or letter or symbol. But since here we have two numbers or two elements, you can use that word element actually as a general representation. Since we have two elements, first element is 1 and the second element is also 1, and you should enclose that in a curly bracket, otherwise there will be problem. So since when there are two or more elements, you have to use a curly bracket, because that will keep those elements together as one entity, as one unit. So that's why we use that curly bracket. In many situations these curly brackets serve that purpose actually. What purpose? It can keep elements which are in number more than one together as one unit. Okay, so the subscript a underscore, and then in curly bracket 1 1 right, 1 1 we put, we write. After that, now you have finished that first element, first entry is now complete. Now you can see a gap there. Actually that gap is due to that column specification, or column change. Actually there takes place a column change, a change of column. So the next element must be in the next column. For specifying that, you have to use you are familiar with the use of and. You have to use and to say that the next for the following element must be in the next column. And then what is the next element? That element is A12. That has the same character which we discussed about the first element. So that element you can type A. After that, since there are two elements or two parts in that subscript, you have to first you have to type the underscore symbol. After that, in curly bracket you have to type 1 and 2 together, 1 and 2 in curly bracket. After that, again you are going to a new column, so you have to type and. Again you must type and, but you can see after that in that column we are using 3 dots, and these dots can be created using the command slash dots. Remember, whenever you want to, but there are different types of creating dots, L dot, C dot, like that. There are different types of dots. You can refer the manual for more details, because in our discussion it is very difficult to include all the commands in 1 or 2 discussions, because our discussion is based on, or our video is based on some specific problems or specific type of output generation. So we cannot discuss all the commands in 1 or 2 videos. So, but you can refer the manual for all the details of this kind of variations in a particular type of symbol or a kind of output. Okay. Now continuing this, you can continue that using you can use the command slash dots to create this type of dots. After that, you can see another element in a new column, so you have to use and again to say that you have to go to the next column, and then in the last column you have A1n. So you type A as usual, as an ordinary letter, type A, but after that you have to put underscore symbol, and then in curly bracket you have to type 1n. Because that comes as the combined subscript, and you know that you are now here at the end of the first row. Since you are at the end of the first row, you have to go to the next row. As you move, you have to go to the next row, the second row. So in order to tell the system that you are going to the second row, you have to go to the second row. You have to use backslashes, 2 backslashes together. Then you can begin as in the previous case, as in the previous row. You can enter all the things, you can repeat all the things, but with the corresponding changes. There are some changes, very many similarities are there, along with some changes are there, and including all those changes you can type all the things, and then you after completing that row, the second row, you are here. Again you have to type 2 backslashes, then you will enter this the row, a row in which there are completely which is full of dots. But for creating this kind of row in a matrix, you have to use a special command. That command is /h dots 4. slash h dots for that command you have to use, and here you can see that that is specified here. You can read it. A row of dots in a matrix can be produced by the command slash h dots for. Okay, so that you have to remember. But this 4 actually specifies 1, 2, 3 and 4, and since there are 4 columns, so that number is important here, that specifies how many columns there. And after that, as usual, you have to use 2 backslashes that will tell the system that you are going to the next row. Then in the last row, in the finally we are now we are standing at the beginning of the last row. There you can do the same thing, and you can finish the typing up to AMN. Okay, and then you will not use after the at the end of the last row, you will not use any backslashes because you don't have to go to a new row. Okay, so that means you have finished you have finished all rows in the matrix, and you are at the end of that matrix. So since you are at the end of the matrix, you have to close the matrix command. So we type /end p matrix /end p matrix. Okay, and then by that when you type /end p matrix, that will create this closing parenthesis. Okay, now after typing that command, you are here just outside that closing parenthesis, but you have to end that the mathematics environment that you have created. So for that you have to use /end equation star. Okay, now I am going to demonstrate the things, all the things they are described here by copying the matter and then typing it or pasting it in the LATEX program that we have created there already. We have a LATEX LATEX file open, and then I'm going to take the output. Okay, now this belongs to the previous thing already there available. You can avoid this and these things up to this position is due to the some material already available in that LATEX source code program. And so but this is the thing that we have entered newly, copied newly. You can begin it here, and you can see the matrix very nicely displayed here. Okay, and that's about that different type of a different special type of matrix using dots. So you may come across the situations or the problems in which this kind of dots is essential to be typed in the given matrix. So this kind of information will be useful for you. Okay, thank you for watching.